Hey guys, welcome back, and today I thought I would do a bit of a different video where I'm actually kind of commenting live, not just a voiceover, and I'm kind of like walking you through something that our club does. My club, Metal Queens, has tryouts pretty often, and although I am not a dressage expert, I've definitely been through the testing process, and I thought it might be cool to film how it would look and kind of share a little bit of my experiences and kind of walk you through the process, I guess. If you would like to see more of this club content, then I recommend you check out my club owner's channel, Quinn, I was about to say Metal Queens, Quinn Pony Lord, and you can definitely see a lot more of that content on there. So right now they've just begun testing. It's not always the same amount of people. Like if you think that it's a few, that is because a lot of different factors. Number one is that Hazy Galaxy is currently, as I'm filming, a closed server, and therefore not everyone can move in, and for club reasons we're not currently going to be moving out of Hazy Galaxy. That might change in the future. But yeah, and there's also lots of other scheduling stuff, and and as you can see on my screen, lag is also really bad, so probably keeping it to fewer people is a good idea. But here we go. Testing has begun, and usually in the beginning, or at least how I've experienced for my testing, May, our club owner, does some curl drills to start off. So that's kind of what's happening right here. So far, all of them look like they're doing like a really good job. I know it's really hard sometimes to focus under so much pressure. I have this thing where like I get cold when I'm nervous. I don't know if that's just me. Like, is that just me or is that other people too? But yeah, here they are again doing curl drills. It's really laggy on my side, so I apologize for that. I think it's really funny how if you look towards this side, literally the entire club is just watching a couple people. I think that's really funny, which is also really great though, because that means that our club wants to support people and be here to see them. But yeah, so that's what's happening. And another thing is like, why does my camera thing tilt? Sorry, I'm gonna have to, what should I do? I don't want to have to ignore my own club member. Oh, that's a better view. There's this weird thing that my camera does where it will like shift. Like, is that weird? Is that only my camera? Like, I don't want it to turn. Does it turn to like the direction in which people are trotting? I don't know. But anyway, super cool. Right now they're just doing some more fates and curls. When I did my test, I remember that the club owner, May, would go from beginner moves all the way up to advanced. I don't think she did. Maybe she did a little bit of elite. But you just kind of work your way up the levels. So the start is really just to like get warmed up and, get to know your line a little bit better and who you're working with. But it's definitely really cool. Another thing that like really surprised me, before I did the Metal Queens dressage test when I was joining, I didn't realize that our club owner used many goes for curls. So she would call a curl and then I would do the curl, and then I didn't realize that she was going to call another go. So it was really funny. I didn't know that there were going to be multiple goes for curls. I just thought that was something funny that I should share. So yeah, if you're joining Metal Queens, just know that our club owner calls multiple goes for curls, which I honestly think is pretty good because it looks so much more better timed, like when everyone curls on the right time. I should probably flip see, like, why did oh my gosh, guys, what the heck? Wait, you can tilt the thing. Oh my gosh, this is news to me. So here we're doing, I should probably get back to the actual line. So here we're doing a combo. I should probably, okay. So here they're doing a couple more moves. Combo was one of them. It looks like they're down to 3 people right now. I don't know. I think there's a lot of lag issues right now. I'm kind of, oh my gosh. What the heck? I didn't know that you could like tilt your screen with your mouse. I mean, I guess like these cameras you can't really. But I feel so horrible for people who have to like deal with lag while they're testing. Must be super annoying. For those people who don't know watching the chat right now, Jumble is a 2 combos. So the first one you combo direction called, and then you combo back. So you combo in the opposite direction. I don't know if you used, I think you only use 1 go, but okay, so it looks like now they're halting. I don't know, I guess I'll keep the video playing for a little bit and then I can comment whenever I feel the need to. So if you just want to like train in the background or something, sure.
I don't care about the scene, I don't care about the location. All that matters not to me.
Artlist.io.
That you wherever I go, baby. I just need you by my side. Yeah, that's until the day I die. Ever since you found me, we the only thing I see forever and a day.
Music licensing reimagined.
Replicate this unity. No pressure. I can see them watching and they try to do better, but you 1 in a million, you ain't average. Girl, I promise I'ma have you living lavish. Take a trip, girl, we're about to vanish. 'Cause I'll go anywhere.
Okay, so here they're gonna start doing some more difficult stuff, which is one of them is combs. Definitely a tip for if you're applying to like any club and you get dressage tested. Main things that you should always focus on are gaps, timing, and what was the other thing? Gaps, timing, and comb alignment. So a lot of people look at moves when they're applying to, we're doing something different this time. Okay, I'm very interested to see what that is. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. When you are going to do a dressage test, I really recommend, before learning new moves, okay, let me pause here. So the club owner says that for the Halloween update, there's a lot of lag. So she's going to be asking questions instead, which is fine. So I will shift over to different positions so you can see what's going on. I recommend reading the chat if you don't really know what's going on. Anyway, when you are doing dressage tests with dressage in them, which unfortunately due to today can't really happen because of lag, I really recommend focusing on gaps, timing, and comb alignment before you start working on any new moves. I know when I was working for my test, I really made sure to go back to all the Metal Queens YouTube videos and just look at all the moves that are club owner listed as like intermediate or advanced, and then I would do them. But before you do that, I really recommend judge your comb alignment, judge your gaps, judge your timing. Is that good? Because if you know a lot of moves and your gaps, timing, and comb alignment is horrible, then you will not probably be joining. Unless it's like a club that really needs members, I think. Definitely always prioritize the basics. The basics are timing, gaps, comb alignment. Make sure you're doing the right positioning and stuff. Make sure you are going on go. All that stuff is super important. Okay, so back to the test. Right now, the club owner is, I should just say May. I feel really rude just saying the club owner. So now May is asking them to list all the intermediate moves they know, to list them. It's It's really funny how there's just people casually standing in the arena while like there's this really elite testing going on. I'm really excited though to meet some new members. It's gonna be exciting.
Anywhere, just as long as you with me. Cause girl, I know that you get me. So I'll go anywhere. Cause I'll go. So I'll go anywhere.
𝐷𝐫𝐞𝐪𝐿𝑖ST.io.
Cause I'll go. So I'll go anywhere. I don't even care about the way they're looking at us. Cause I know they wish they had it and they know we doing damage to the game.
Okay, so someone in the chat just said something about Metal Queen's application, which I really think is important to point out. Metal Queens is different in the sense that getting into the club is a lot harder, which makes sense because there's a lot more people. And this person points out that it's not, you don't get into Metal Queens in 5 minutes, which I think is like a super important thing to understand, is that like it took me probably around a full week to get into a club, which is pretty different if you compare that to a regular club in which you interview them, done, you're in 5 minutes. So patience is key.
I don't care about the stereotype. I can never do it mono, we the stereotype. I'm talking left, right, link. I'm talking left hand ring. I'm talking this right here forever. We ain't here just for the summer.
Music licensing reimagined.
Young right now, but we gon' watch the numbers run up. Honestly, I love the way you carry it.
If you're looking to be very good at dressage and learning a lot of moves, I really recommend picking your clubs wisely, making sure that the clubs you're joining, like the owners, have experience. And you can actually do this in interviews. I used to do this, is I'd ask the owner who was interviewing me, what's your previous club experiences? What clubs have you been in? Like, what are your goals for the club? You can actually interview the person who's interviewing you just to make sure that they're experienced. And that's totally an okay thing to do as long as you're being polite about it. And that was a really great way for me to know how much I could learn in that club. And it's also one of the reasons why I chose to join the club, is because I wanted to learn more. And I really felt like the people in here were experienced. So
Easy decision, I had a marry honeymoon.
this testing is really unique in the sense that lag was just so bad that we had to switch up the testing method a little bit.
On a chariot, and they don't make them like you no more. No pressure. I can see them watching and they try to do better, but you 1 in a million, you ain't average. Girl, I promise I'ma have you living lavish. Take a trip, girl, we're about to vanish. 'Cause I'll go anywhere, anywhere, just as long as you with me.
𝐷𝐷𝐿𝐼ST.io.
'Cause girl, I know that you get me. So I'll go anywhere. 'Cause I'll go. So I'll go anywhere. 'Cause I'll go. So I'll go.
This is completely unrelated, but I feel like it's time to start making Christmas outfits. Like, as soon as a holiday ends, I'm like, what's the next holiday? Or at least that's how I know a lot of like my friends or club members to be, which, like, I think that's amazing. I think that's how things should be. It's like you're done with one thing, you move on to the next. I think that's like amazing that people can be so organized. Like, they know exactly when is what they're wearing, what they're gonna be doing. So I definitely need to make like a video where I put together a Christmas outfit. But I never have like any star coins to afford anything, which is just amazing, right? Like, I can't afford anything, or at least not on this game. So
'Cause I'll go. So I'll go.
Music licensing reimagined.
'Cause I'll go. So I'll go anywhere. So I'll go anywhere. I don't care about the scene. I don't care about the location. All that matters not to me.
𝐅𝐫𝐞𝐪𝐿.
That you wherever I go, baby. I just need you by my side. Yeah. That's until the day I die. Ever since you found me, we the only thing I see. Forever and a day.
Music licensing reimagined.
Replicate this unity. No pressure. I can see them watching and they try to do better, but you one in a million, you ain't average. Girl, I promise I'ma have you living lavish. Take a trip, girl, we're about to vanish. 'Cause I'll go anywhere, anywhere, just as long as you with me. 'Cause girl, I know that you get me. So I'll go anywhere. 'Cause I'll go. So I'll go anywhere.
𝐅𝐫𝐞𝐪𝐿.
'Cause I'll go. So I'll go anywhere. I don't even care about the way they're looking at us, 'cause I know they wish they had it and they know we doing damage to the game. I don't care about the stereotype. I can never do it mono, we the stereotype. I'm talking left, right, link. I'm talking left hand ring. I'm talking this right here.
Seems like they just finished going over what moves they knew in intermediate advanced categories. And now May's going over all the practice times and if they can make it.
Music licensing reimagined.
Young right now, but we gon' watch the numbers run up. Honestly, I love the way you carry it. It was an easy decision, I had to marry it. Honeymoon, I'ma put you on a chariot, and they don't make them like you no more. No pressure. I can see them watching and they try to do better, but you one in a million, you ain't average. Girl, I promise I'ma have you living lavish. Take a trip, girl, we're about to vanish. 'Cause I'll go anywhere, anywhere, just as long as you with me.
𝐅𝐫𝐞𝐪𝐿.
'Cause girl, I know that you get me. So I'll go anywhere. 'Cause I'll go. So I'll go anywhere. 'Cause I'll go.
Okay, now these are the more difficult questions for some people. Closer to the end of the test, I was asked this as well, which is, if drama were to break out in the club and May, the club owner, wasn't online, what should you or would you do? And I personally was like, should I ignore it or should I tell the owner? So I just combined both those answers. I believe the correct answer is to tell the club owner, which completely makes sense. So if you witness drama in your club, please tell your leader or owner, because that can definitely, impact the club in negative ways. So you want to make sure you keep that in control, and also just put the right people accountable for that. Yup, that is the answer. I really recommend that you watch May's videos about club applications and just club tryouts in general, because she has a lot of good feedback in there. Like, if you do not feel confident, definitely watch her videos. It will make you feel a lot more like, I got this.
Music licensing reimagined.
I'll go anywhere. It ain't that simple. You try to make things seem so superficial, and I won't have it. Why are you lying? Acting like you're innocent. I see you trying to work your magic, and I know that I fell for it in the past, but now I'm stronger than I was before. Yeah, I know that I fell for it in the past, but now I'm stronger.
Okay, so she finally announced who made it into the club. And it's super welcoming, to be honest. When I joined Metal Queens, the next day, like, I logged on with like maybe at least 5 emails from like tons of club members being like, welcome, so happy you joined. So it's definitely a really welcoming environment if that's what you're looking for in a club. Okay, let me double check. This is exciting. This is the exciting part. This is when everyone is welcomed.
Stronger than I was before.
Yay. Okay, so I think everyone passed in this group, I think. That's awesome. So I'm just gonna get ready to welcome them. Oh my gosh, the entire club is just hoarding them. Let me go hoard them. Also, I got a new hairstyle. I hope you like it. Or if you don't, then too bad. Again, all of you will be set up with our okay, it's awesome. I'm excited. They're all gonna join. Okay. Should get ready. I am ready. It's so awesome that we get to watch this process, and I think it's really cool, like, looking back at what I had to be tested on, and seeing other people being tested on. It's really fun. So it looks like Crystal made it, Lauren, and someone else. What? I am missing the name. Oh, and Elise. Yay, congrats everyone. Yay! Oh my gosh. Some members typed out a whole paragraph. I'm just gonna wait until the flood of messages goes away. Okay, well, I think that's going to be the end of this video. It was a pretty lengthy one, but I hope it helped you if you're interested in joining an 𝐀𝐬𝐤𝐤 club or Metal Queens. And I hope you got some helpful tips, or maybe you just enjoyed listening to my voice in the background. I have no idea. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.